Hello and welcome. My name is Trismegistus, and today we're going to be playing some more Factorio as per usual. I managed to get some time to play this week, and I just need to check my levels, make sure everything's okay. Yeah, we are coming through on Twitch and YouTube. Excellent. Yes, I managed to get some time to play, but like very early in the week, literally on the Monday, and that was it. But I did manage to get quite a lot done in the sense that I have warders in. So we now have complete defences going right the way around the base. As you can see, if I put that on, probably makes it even clearer. That mean that any colonisation groups, any pollution responses will encounter a wall at some point. It's obviously not using like requester chests or anything like that, so I'm kind of manually telling the bots to fill chests up. Oh, also, the UK is about to go through another hot spell, so it's kind of building up to it, and it's quite humid today, so I have got my aircon on, so apologies for any audio weirdness, but I did it last minute, so it's not sort of hidden away. But here we go, you see, so we're getting attacks coming in that bots are able to come and repair walls because we have complete roboport coverage of the defences as well, and that therefore means they can repair things. But it also means that if we get areas where, because I can't request ammo in, I haven't put oil around because we don't actually have that much oil. It's like fairly one of our pressing concerns, but yeah, that's all like that. So for example, over here, they keep attacking, and so I can just come along and say, please put in more ammos, and the bots will just take care of it, basically. So that's our kind of stopgap for, we've got like an attack here, you see, so I can go over here and see, oh, that chest is okay, but that one's completely empty. So how about we get, whoops, a full stack of ammo delivered over there? And we're going to have to keep doing that, basically. Yes, what I did when I was walling us in is I made sure to grab some iron. We obviously already had this copper, so we can kind of use this, but we know we've got copper and coal very close by with some not too bad nests. You know, those wouldn't be too difficult to do, because I also did buffs. While I was doing that, I was buffing up as best as I can all of the military, basically. So we have explosives and flammables and which are all now requiring gold science, basically, or production science, or what have you. So as far as we can go, and say I just generally buffed. I haven't done anything significant in the sense that we would need to do them apart from nuclear. Now I think we did that automatically because of mining some stuff. The trains have been going back and forth. There is so little sulfuric acid, it's almost comical. But so the trains have been going back and forth. I did discover another problem with these in that they were unloading unevenly. But regular old nuclear processing, uranium processing is on the go. Set up one of these just to check. We now have 60 of the whichever it is, I still can't remember, 236, is it 235? So we have plenty to get nuclear up and running, but obviously we do not have the actual nuclear power plants, etc. That's what we're going to do first. I'm probably not anticipating actually getting nuclear going until we've done space, because the real goal for today is to try and get into space. Well, we're already in space actually, but to get space science running, because if we go on the map here, what I was also doing is I was requesting some bits and pieces. So these are just randomly thrown down, and it meant that I could then, we've got a bunch of stuff ordered up, so hopefully we should be able to get that going at some point. What we don't have, why are you still not sending them? That's the green ones. Why are they not built then? Because it says satisfaction. Because I changed these so that the payload would match what we had available, and it's not sent them in. That's interesting, because what I also did, I connected the actual rocket itself Oh, it's because there's no rocket fuel. I'm manually ferrying that down for the time being because what we need to build is the actual production for these, you see. So I'm not actually anticipating we'll really do space sites today, but we will probably next weekend. Sorry, next weekend. Tomorrow is my estimation. So where do I need to go down with this? We need to go do there. Like that. Off. Yeah, so we need to get it chugging away, making a few, you know, nuclear power plants, all lovely things like that. There we go. Doesn't look right somehow, that, but I think it is. So, if we do now, let's just have a quick look at the recipes. We have, you see, they got their little icon on because they're now available. Concrete, okay. Heat pipes would be okay, they'd be okay, and they'd be okay. So the difficult one would be the nuclear reactors because we don't have concrete going around the bus. We do have it, but I might have to just chuck it in a chest. Okay, so if we go, we do the first one. We don't need to build anything extra. It's all on the minibus. So we just need to put heat pipes, say. Oops, did that. And if we do the heat exchangers, they don't require anything else. No, it's all stuff we've got. Okay. The next one then would be, I guess we can just do the same one again, and we can go. They need to be the right way around though. That needs to be the nuclear reactors. And that then is the turbines. Awesome. And this will just have a temporarily bit of a chest. Throw some concrete in there, and obviously that will eventually become a requester. Now, numbers. We need a lot more than that, don't we? In fact, I can have a look and see on my blueprint how many. So this one, for example, 1,000 heat pipes. Okay, so if we put that to 1,000 then, just literally stick an extra 0. Cool. And then, in fact, it's, we do it by here, can't we? So then we would need, let's do 200 of your heat exchangers. 200. And then it's something insane. Oops. 356, so that would be 400. But then that one is 8,300. So if we put 100, and then we'll just build the one, and then obviously this one we'll just put it as 4. This, if we expand, we will expand, yeah, quite a lot later on. So that's all of them. Now we need to hook them up with stuff. So you both need copper, don't you? Do you need copper as well? You do. Righto. Now you both need them, but you need steel rather than plates or gears or anything. Do you also need steel? You're bound to need steel. Everything you need steel. Apart from the steam turbines, which you would expect to need steel. But you are steel, grid circuits, and copper. Okay. So that's copper, grid circuits, and steel. And then, as I say, we will nip over. What we'll actually do is remember where the heck we put concrete, all the way over there. Each nuclear reactor needs 500 of your concretes. So if we can get 2,000, I don't think we can get 2,000, are we? Maybe, yeah. Yeah, so 2,000 of me. So that would help us, that would let us build the 4 we need. Obviously, we'll just leave it chugging away. I'm not actually going to put this down yet, because we would also need to make the actual fuel as well. We want a little stockpile of that before we get going, but that's quite quick to make. Okay, so that's the nuclear stuff that possibly finished researching while I was playing. I can't remember. I mean, I never did these. And actually, now that we've walled ourselves in, I'm not too fast. You know, the personal personal equipment stuff. And I had like I was like hand making these just for the time being, wasn't I? So that's all fine. I've got everything there. Centrifuges, I was just again throwing concrete in a box. Make them if we need to. And then we've got everything there. So I don't think there was anything else that I researched. What I could do, just to give it something to do, is do like landmines and rockets. I mean, both are they need explosives, so I don't think I'll make these yet. But yeah, I mean, I could do that. It's only 50, but I have not found a good use for it really. I like that one. That's only 100, so we could stick that on. But yeah, otherwise we need, what we want is logistic system and space thingies, and then obviously Covrex ideally, space thrusters. So we need them to make our base work properly, we need them to get us to another planet, and we need that to help us ensure that we don't run out of power when we get nuclear up and running. So that's all of that side of things. What we could do, well, if I ferry down, let me see, if I dump that out, and then I ferry down a bunch more rocket fuel. Obviously I'm going to, you know, what the build today is the rocket fuel. The oil is going to be a real problem. I did discover, when I was messing around, a nice patch that's going to be quite good, I think, for bringing in, making rocket fuel, etc. Because I can just extend what I do here or here. This one's more impractical because of these bad boys around here. But yes, that is going to be a little tricky to get to. Oh, there's one down there as well. Interesting. I did not realise. Huh. Okay. But yeah, we don't really have enough oil coming into the base. So, what was I going to do? I was going to grab some rocket fuel. 604, that'll do for now. Now we'll just literally take this down to Funky Town. So I think it built all of this during the last stream, didn't it? The bots dragging away. So I don't think this is new stuff that you've not seen. But yeah, we'll throw this in here. And then hopefully it'll send those things up. Because I just put a chest here. I was manually sending up stuff initially, and then I connected up via Robobot basically. So yeah, what we could do, I don't know that, will it send them? Maybe. I think I'd rather do that and that and that and see if it'll send them rather than have that there. This is how I get, you know, just get it to send a rocket's worth of stuff up. It's just randomly throw down a few things and then, you know, it'll send up a stack full basically, and so you've got more than you need. Okay, so it's doing those researches. Yeah, I kind of need it to send them before I start designing a build or anything like that. How much space platform do we have up here? Oh, almost none. In fact, none. No spare space platform. So if we just, again, do that, it puts it on the order list. So it's got quite a few, you know, that's like what's that, 7 rockets? It needs 6, 8 rockets, something like that. It needs to send. So that should do that. And then bot should turn. There we go. That gets the panels up there. Okay, let's let it chug away on that. Because what we need to do, oops, is kind of get these running. And that means sending in, like, copper, for example. So I did put a thing, didn't I? Yes. So this was going to be that one there. Okay. So I probably need my stuff, don't I? So next week, I guess the first thing to mention is my usual plug on the speculation video. The next one of those has gone live. It's a little bit different in that I'm doing a viewer theory. I'd quite like to do more viewer theories, and people have been putting them in. It's not that I don't have them, but I don't know that any of them are. I'd have to sort of compile them up, I think. Yes, just leave that then. Oh, actually, was that something? Explosive rocketry. Yeah, I might as well do that. But yes, so this is a viewer theory, kind of about what the engineer is, which is a biomass is their theory. I really like it. It's a good theory, and I've kind of adopted it into the other. The reason it's a bit rushed, this one, if I'm totally honest. I could have done with editing it a bit more, but the reason for doing it, pushing it, was because I've had to change all the other ideas, all the other videos, basically all the scripts, to accommodate this, because I like it so much. I think it's my preferred theory. But the difficulties I've been having with the amount of work I've had to do recently means that there will be no speculation video for next month. I'll record, hopefully tomorrow morning, I'll record some more of those quick tutorials instead. But yeah. What I actually need to do, I think about this, is if we upgrade this to red belt, how would that work? So if I made these, so if this became, because we need 2 really. I mean, these aren't demanding everything that's being used. So I'm actually thinking, can I get over there without killing the orders? I think I can. If I take that, so we'll get all of that removed. So yeah, we've got discharge defense, landmines, rocket launcher, rockets, etc., which are all great. But we're not going to build yet. We could set it doing that. I think I'd rather it just didn't use any resources for me. But yes, if I replace this with that 1, 2, 3, 4, like a 5 to 6, but at red belt level, yeah, that would make some sense. So if we do a 5 to 6. Which is differently shaped. Okay. Let's. I need them poking out of that side anyway, don't we? Yeah. So if we put it there, but we want to go down a level of belt. So now they won't have splitters and undies. So the other part here is coal. Now, as it happens, obviously we tap this. I can get rid of this now, can't I? All of this gubbins here. But we have tapped this coal already, so it's just a case of kind of extending it, I think. But yeah, so what I was saying was that there won't be a speculation video next month because I just don't see how I could make it in time. But also, I will be taking a short break over we have a bank holiday coming up, 2 weekends time. So this next week I'll be back as per usual, but then the weekend afterwards, I'll be taking a bit of a break, and I'll probably work on the videos then. I don't currently have a plan for it, but I do have a lot of domestic chores to do, so I'll do them instead. Come on. I'm desperately filling time. Lots are so slow. Yeah, so if you are interested in any of my speculation videos, then there is a new one live. So I think it's a bit long. I should have trimmed down on like the first section. But I learn something new every time I do one of these. How are we doing, guys? We're nearly there? Looks like we're nearly there. Because those just need to be regular. How are we doing? What are we missing? We're still missing some regular, quite a few splitters still, so if we build a few of them in. Hello, Hazy Solar, welcome. Nice and sunny over here in the United, in the state. Oh, in the States, sorry. I thought you meant state of Indiana. Well, yeah, state of Indiana, makes sense. To be exact. It's not too bad. It's been really grey here. We've had a weird period of just like no discernible nature to the weather, if you see what I mean. It's all just sort of been grey. Overcast clouds, and which I don't mind. I start to melt when it gets too hot, especially here, because in the UK, because it's so humid when it gets hot. But yeah, it's sort of building up to another one. We had some really spectacular storms. It's interesting. My sister is has gone on a holiday, a driving holiday around Scotland, and the storms have hit Scotland. I've not heard from her. I assume she's okay, but I bet it was a bit sort of miserable. The amount of rain and stuff that seemed to be coming down. So there's a lot of undergrounds here. It should. Can we not replace that? Oops, not replace that one. But yes, welcome. Hope you having a good day. So if we go with that one. So there's like an underground there that seems pointless. In the middle here, why is that an underground? I guess it could be longer. Let's put that one. No? Yeah, it could be longer. I guess they're just trying to make it as compact as possible. But yeah, okay, so we need, crikey, still need one red splitter. That one. Then we need undergrounds, which is gear wheels. Okay, maybe I'll go see about more undergrounds. It reminded me actually. So when I was I was talking about it with my dad actually, but when I was a kid, we went on a camping holiday. You know, like proper tents and all that sort of stuff, to Wales, which is one of the countries in the UK, and it's the only holiday we've ever abandoned because it sort of started raining before we even set off, and then didn't. It was a 2-week holiday, 2-week camping holiday, and it just never stopped, and it just, you know, it was a variations in heaviness basically, rather than it ever stopping raining. And it was like we were travelling around several campsites. So we weren't always in the same one sort of thing. Um, that sort of reminded me. There was one of the campsites we went to. That as we were leaving, it was like on a very very slight slope, and he sort of braked to slow us down. And the ground was so wet, and it was basically so muddy that he just kept going. It didn't. There was no slowing effect whatsoever from the brakes, because we just skidded all the way down this great big field, because it was just so wet, so sodden. And luckily, he was pointed at the gate sort of thing. He was just controlling the speed, but otherwise we'd have hit the wall, because there's no stopping. But yeah, when we came back, and the tents took, I think it was 2 months to dry out. They were just so utterly soaked. What was I after? I was after some gears, wasn't I? I don't think I'm putting them in a box, am I? Yeah, which would be a useful thing, actually. But yeah, it was, it reminded me of that with the Scottish weather. It's alright though, Scots are used to that sort of thing. Connect. Cool. So we need a whole bunch of undies. 14, so we need to make 7. Crikey. That's expensive. Wasn't there another splitter? Did I make that? Yeah, but use that bunch of effect. There we go. That's 8, 10, 11, 12. Should be 13. One or more. Okay, another one. We like that. Let's get a few more just in case. The interesting part is going to be putting the actual red belt in. Yeah, because that's quite low. So if we put that at some difference. Oh. It didn't do anything, did it? Oh, because all of the gear wheels are going into a box, which I'm then taking. Okay, go. Okay. In fact, while we sort of chug away on them, see if it can make the thing, but I will head up. Because we're not going to need much coal at all. But if we put it in, say... If I put it in here, inevitably I'll add more on. Because this is why I put this in, isn't it? Yeah. Because this was running very low. That's a relative term. Yeah, we kind of need to go this way with the coal, I think. So if we're going to go there, then we need something along these lines, like so, and then to there, and then that should be not quite repeatable. Okay, so that would be there. You'd need very little coal, especially with the steel furnaces, because cool. So if we can, oops, hook up a bit of the old coal here. Now, so I can get rid of this. And we can just put a split in there. That way, but then that's out of roboport range. So I will do this bit. There. And I guess that. Okay. No. Yeah, no, that's the box. Cool. Just a bit. And another bit. Cool, so that's all that connected there. Now if we dash down this in, turn the bolts on, that should be everything. Yeah, it looks like it's flowing, but also need to correct everything here, don't we? In fact, yeah, so this needs upgrading as much as we can. It's probably there's about as far as we can do. We do obviously, we could just feed in 2 yellow belts here. Bit of a strange thing to do, but we have so little red. In fact, just do that. That's not meant to be them, is it? That's meant to be iron. Okay. Let's just get rid of them together. So if it, I guess worst case if the iron was coming there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 here. And then these probably won't matter, but might as well make it tidy. So yeah, if we can get red belt up to there, I think. There, or there. That, and then do some janky horribleness here. In fact, why don't I do that? There we go. That's a bit better. So we'll see if we've made enough red belt. We can think about doing that. I've just got 100. Suppose that's... Oh, well, I suppose the coal would be spotty, wouldn't it? Because these aren't enough to fill the van. So how about... correction? Yeah, maybe. How are we doing on the nuclear stuff? So made up for power plant, for nukes. Just chugging away still on them too. No worries, no worries. What else am I going to feed in? I was going to feed in the extra copper. How about... Is there anything used? Yeah, this sort of being used a bit there. How about we do a sort of a tweak there. And in finest Italian spaghetti tradition, just throw that on there. And maybe a bit of red belting to make sure it sort of crams it in. Oh, look, we've still got the stone bricks on the copper line. Yep, so it should make sure it's a half a belt there. Cool, can always upgrade that as well. Ah, we have copper. A steady trickle of coal coming in now. Good, good. You're still hungry then? Makes sense, makes sense. Cool. So, this was going to be the second lane here, wasn't it? So, we need to kind of... need a puncture then. Split that again. I do know this is a bizarre way of doing it, but it's limited by what we've actually got access to. This isn't this belt set isn't going to exist at all at this point. Okay. And then this one isn't going to be here. Oops. So that gets us a bit of resources back. This one. I kind of maintained the snaky bus, haven't I? The old going around the bend. Not deliberate, but maybe. Right. Going around the twist. There was a show, I still there, who was over that? There was a kid one up here, so, quite a bit older than that, but there's a show called Erie, Indiana, which it's like a strange thing. It's based on, apparently Indiana doesn't do daylight savings, or didn't, I don't know. The idea, the premise of the show was that during this weird period when it like, because it meant in the show's logic that it was in some separate time, you know, like time zone or what do you call it, like almost like a black hole of time sort of thing. And so they're all like, it's like a, you know, goosebumpsy type thing where they're all vampires and werewolves and all that sort of stuff. I think they literally made 8 episodes. It was a complete flop and failed, but stuck in my head. Erie, Indiana. Okay, so that's copper. started, as it were, and we have a balancer on it. So we should get some nice copper production going on. Now these are kind of backwards when I think about it, aren't they? Or are they? I guess really we want them going down there. I'm not actually going to hook the science up, so the sort of idea that I've got going on in my head is that how am I going to connect that? It's too far away, isn't it? I'll do yeah, it's too far away. Can we have one on the end there just to make sure it's all connected up? But we'll make the low density structures and stuff so that we get the rockets flowing, and then once space science is running, we can do this other stuff. So therefore, that gives us the copper to make low density structures. Okay. I guess we're going to be doing blue circuits and stuff, aren't we? So that production is here somewhere. Is that? No, that's blue circuits there, isn't it? Okay. But it does mean I need to kind of hook up all of these. Interesting. Now these other ones I think can go as well, because what's mostly going to be coming down here is steel. And these were all fancy things. I think I can get rid of them. And I did have an extra set there. Okay. Yeah, what we need to hook up really, because if we're going to make low density structures, since it's the first, it's not the easiest one. I guess we're not, because we need plastic, don't we? We'll have to go and get oil. That might be tricky. Let's go and hook this. Well, actually, I could get the bots to do it, couldn't I? Because it's all going to use my rail system, aren't we? So, in fact, let's start with stations. Where are we going to put that? If we put that. Put it there. So obviously it's a long way away. But well, let's just put that in, because I need to be able to plop in a T junction, so that I can do a corner. So we can go around there. Do I need to do that? Because there is this oil. I was thinking about going for the oil there. Yeah, it'd be better, wouldn't it? But if there was then a straight there, we won't put it in. Straight there. Put that straight in. Where does that corner go? Dangerously close to those cliffs. So I guess the corner would be there. And then we've got the actual pickup station there. Maybe? Yeah, I think that works. Because it doesn't really though, does it? Because, no. I kind of need to be going up through this, because I can essentially wall across these gaps. And then maybe just do traditional just there. Okay. So yes, we need bots to build this stuff. Now where are we putting the stations? There would work, wouldn't it? Oops. Would it? Because the drop-offs need to feed to these things here. So I think it's there and there. And then what? Because we've got then 4 iron. How am I going to make that work? I could instead do... actually, yeah, do that. It's difficult working around the cliffs, basically. So if that was there... We're not going to put stackers in. But if we did that... We have a straight there. There could be a T-junction here. Because one of these needs to be... At least one. Probably more. But at least one needs to be steel. That needs to replace the copper when that eventually gets chewed through. Where would we put the oil drop off? We'll think about that later. But it's cheeky because it goes through my wall, but we could make that one there, there, like that. It's a bit messy. It's a lot messy. And that's only a laser. Okay, these. We could just put some around the back. Get rid of the light. I see the light. Well, put it there. Get the bots working on all of that magic. And then we would need junctions there, wouldn't we? Be straight. So you have to rework the lines we just put in the couple ones. Take it up there instead. Okay, so that's the bots doing all of the bot things. We could maybe bring the oil in here, couldn't we? So we have it dropping off. I'm just putting these in as the, we don't need 4 trains of iron oil coming in necessarily. They were like that. Yeah, and then we could pump it down here. We could do the actual oil processing here. And I should have, in theory, possibly, maybe, where would it be? None of them. Manufacturing towns. Should have these. What are you? Sulfur. Because we're going to need sulfur. And we will need plastic. Yeah, and I could feed the plastic back up. I didn't put plastic on here, did I? That was an error. Then we got way more stone than I think we need, so use some of that. Okay. Yeah, so originally I had it here because I was assuming I would just take more of this, but there's so little of that. And this one's so difficult to get at. We might as well deconstruct this. And we'll build it here instead. Yeah, that'll do. Now. Do we want to go and grab that oil now while the bots are building railways? Yeah, I think we need to. Right. Okay, my tanky friend. What have we got going on here? You've got bits and gubbins and pieces. Nice, you should be ready to go. You probably want... Ah, do I not have a request for rocket fuel? No, I don't. Do that. Wait, 20's a stack, isn't it? I don't know. Less than a stack. Let's do it. Cool. Yeah, but I can send that off. And then I'll grab some more biter killing equipment, which is where? Ammo. I forgot what I actually asked. I guess poison capsules, which I think are over here, yeah. Some of them. Whatchamacallits. Defender capsules. I think the tank's got cannon shells in it, but let's grab some of them. Cannon shells. Poison capsules. Yeah, okay. Off we go. Same tactic as per usual. What I will do is just check where I've got a robot. I got a there we go. Got a door there. Okay. I mean, we might as well swing around and get both of them, or at least clear out the biters. I'm going on a bit of a session, bit of a murder sesh, you know, bit of a killing spree. Oh no, a gate there. Let's go and negotiate with the locals. I need to put a thingy down. So we should be able to do that. Oh, it's poisoning for your wormy friends. Because we're using rocket fuel, that makes this a lot easier now. Because any hits we take with the old acid, not so problematic. I also have done one upgrade. I think it's the explosive. Can't remember which tree it's in. It makes the cannon viable, in my opinion, because suddenly it starts actually shooting at a speed that's useful. Right, let's stop. I forgot to turn my bots off. Let's get healed. There you are. Die. Get a little bit of that. We probably don't need too much for these. It's way better the cannon once you've done that. You only need the first upgrade. It suddenly becomes way more of it. Are we healed? I think we're healed. And capsules. That poison. Press the space bar. And off we go. Negotiating for land rights. Right. Oh. Video that's very much in draft form at the moment is the next one. Is the first one on biters. I say very much in draft form, but more because it's so long. At the moment, it's 25 pages. And I haven't actually said half of what I think it's 2 videos. kind of went a bit nuts, you know, doing the sort of a this is what biters are. It was more tutorially, I think. So probably separate thing altogether. But yeah, I've got some fun theories, I think, as to what the biters were all about. See, it's a lot quicker because of a few buffs. Oh, thank you kindly for the follow. Is it a follow? Subscription. Thank you very much. One of the things with that might actually just be on the video. I don't know if you're actually watching, because that's hooked in. That's a YouTube one, and that's hooked into. It basically tells. It's like if some just generally subscribes to your channel, then it fires that up. So they might not be watching the stream. Right. So where do we get to? We need to throw out some more capsules. Plenty of them, because it's quite a big one. Oh, that's what she said. Need of them. Cool. And then get some poison. Make sure we're not firing any shots just yet. It's more suppressive now. I mean, there are some obviously smaller worms, and still quite effective against the medium ones, poison. And the stacking is quite useful. But it's more a sort of a takes the edge off of the big biters. You know, makes them a bit sort of softer. Cool, so there's plenty of poison there. Let's get the cannon on the go. It's really fun this when you're trying to line up the. Oops. You know, because it passes through them. Try and get the angles as you're going around. So, swap that. Oh, I didn't turn the box off. All right, I know. Yes, fine. Cool. So yeah, I don't think we'll grab these today. You know, I'll try and do that off stream, but that's quite a nice little, you know, self-contained bit with relatively minimal wall additions to grab all of that copper and all that coal. Now, the actual target for today is this oil. We are absolutely going to need to take them out, because that's where we're right close by, and we would need to, if we're putting walls across like there, and there, we're going to have to take all of these out, and that is a very big set of biters. So probably something up here. Okay. Do we want to therefore restock? What have we got in the tank? I think no. I think I'll just take that. I'll take that. I'll put some of those in. So make sure it's all nice and tidy. Cannon shells. Let's just pop them in. Pop them out. And then, oh, I didn't wait for the rocket fuel, did I? But it lasts a lot longer anyway, so we're okay on that front, I think. Excellent. Let's turn you guys off. Right, off we go. Right then, I think for these, because they're, well, certainly this first one and that other huge one, I think we'll pop down a set of safety turrets so that we can run away like a hero and let the turret sort it out. Actually, film as much as I can. Oh, okay, so we have the added problem of a cliff there, but I can probably use that bit to our advantage if I'm a bit sort of better at driving than I normally am. But yeah, we'll get plenty of these out. I think I can actually do up to 20. Yeah. And then we'll see what we can do. Lob in some poison from this direction. Oh, I think oh, there. Oh, cliff, I see. Not cliff, stone. Whatever they're called. Yeah. See, it is effectively, it's just it's slower. Poison there. So that looks like all the worms gone. It's all the bots dead, isn't it? Ooh, perfect. Got two of them there. I think we might run away like a hero. So I'm quite beaten up. Them out, turn that off. Poison. There's only a few left, but they will have respawned. Whoa. Cool. Should do a quick tutorial on this, the old combat techniques. I was quite surprised. I did one of my surveys. I was trying to work out what the heck videos I would end up doing. Asking about what areas people kind of struggled with. I was expecting combat to come out much higher, but it didn't. It's like trains and I can't remember what the other one was. Right, so okay. My screen went completely black then. That was weird. Are we still on? Is that a power cut? No, we're still running. Are we still live? Yes, we're still live. Ah. That was weird. Okay, fine. So that didn't happen again. Oops, I've triggered them. No, I'm just visiting. It's fine. You don't need to come say hello. Oh, I've got it on the cannon. Wondering why it was firing that. Oh well, wasted a few shells. Okay, now, in fact, let's go and have a quick look. Make sure you know what's going on up here. It's quite a long cliff. Okay. Yeah, there we go. How close are you? I think you're okay. You are a big and meaty set of biters, though. Oh, I don't like this. Oh dear. Let's sneak round. Oh, no, cliff. Let's let that bot do the repair first. Okay, so I've ended up uncovering half the map. Tending to be. There be cliffs. Okay. think that's basically fine. They're plenty far enough away. Easily defendable. I should just check up in that bit there. How do I get into that bit? There's a gap here. Okay. Now, what we got hiding in this? Oh. Yeah, I think that's okay. Right, so we'll put in a... Will we? Where's best going to be? I think we're... I was going to say coming up from there, but then I'd have to get through these guys. Because I don't know what's there. There could be another nest. So maybe if I try and sneak along the sort of... I mean, that's going to trigger them when I get there, I think. But it'd be nice to put the safety turrets there, I think. See if we can sneak past. No, there we go. Thought they would. It's weird how you get the feeling for these things after 4,500 hours playing. Right, so any biters hiding over here? Oh, we got grass. We should be alright when those ones are tricky. It's only a man. I might want to turn up over here. Out. Didn't pick up the other turrets, did I? Okay. Okay. Make sure it's that. It obviously auto fills, but you know, do I trust it? That's the question. Okay. Alright, lads, alright. Leave us alone. And the bot's off. I lost any then. Funny how blasé you get with them later on. Okay, so sneak through this gap here. So we can poison these worms out. Wow, that's a lot of item. That's a lot of item. Oh, so I was not paying attention then. What I was wondering was whether they'd killed my safety turrets. And I was trying to look to see that. And now they've killed me. Oh dear. Now. There are a lot of resources in the tank. When was the last save? 18 minutes ago. We were on the... Oh, that would mean redoing all of that biter killing. I must have my autosave on 20 minutes then. I thought it was on 10 by default. Okay, we're going to have to respawn then. So the loss of what was in the tank is outweighed by 20 minutes worth of bite. Hello, Sadok. Back City, that's all the jokes I have. Good luck with your game. Okay. um, thank you. Yeah, I'll have to build another tank then. And armor. Oh, no, well, if I pick... that's very close to those biters, isn't it? I guess I don't need the armor to protect me. That'll teach me for not paying attention, that. Yeah, let's build a tank then. Right, so... because I'll have all my stuff on as well, so I don't really need everything. Let us see. We need to build a tank. I've completely forgotten. Engines, obviously. We need red circuits, gears and steel. Red circuits, gears and steel. Some of them. We need steel. Is it in that box? There. Red circuits. Hello, ST344. 0098. I assume that's some leak speaks, is it? I wish you had the ability to do orbital bombardment in the game. It'd be very useful, yeah. It's one of the things I was a bit surprised we didn't get, to be honest with you, because we got rail guns, you know, both personal and you know, space ones basically. And I just sort of assumed that you'd be able to point them at the ground and lob them in. What would be even better would be orbital nukes, so that you could just drop, you know, nukes on things. They'd obviously have to make it horribly... I mean, you'd have to keep the thing where you build them in space, I think, and make it horribly expensive to do. But yeah. And also we got tungsten, didn't we? So why don't we have tungsten rods that you can... What's the Call of Duty one? Tungsten rods from the sky or something? I can't remember what it's called. What do we need now? I need engines, don't we? Bound to need engines. How many have we got? I need 2. Where's my box of engines? Several boxes of engines. Okay. That's a box there. Okay. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah. Nukes from above. Nuke them from orbit. Okay, so that's a tank. We then need some fuel. Up here. A couple of them. In fact, 3 of them, 5 of them, whatever that is. And then cannon shells. Which are here. And piercing ammo. Whole box of it here. What else? I guess I get flamer fuel. It would have been useful to have that. Well, I say that. I'd have had to realise I was about to die because I wasn't paying attention. But, didn't I make I did, but I don't know who it is. It's down there. Okay. Where are you? No, can't see it. Oh, it was up there. Oh, here it is. Take that. And this. I guess I should take poison and what have you as well. Because the whole thing is now... we don't have any of the stuff that was in the tank. That's really it. Take them. And poison. And I guess we should take more piercing ammo then. So, let's go and pretend that never happened. And then everything in there. Why is it got the coal in? Guns. I could put like shields and stuff in, shouldn't I? But, so I haven't automated them. Now we've got a door. That's a better door, isn't it? In fact, there's one that... yeah, it's got out there. Corpses over that way. Okay. Yeah, I was looking to see if they killed my turrets, because I'd sort of led so many of them over there that I kind of assumed that they would start attacking them and killing them. Just try and look for the turrets and not realising that they were eating me. Or my tank. Yeah. So let's pick up these turrets. In case they did. Oh, I need these. Those shouldn't be with you. Character corpse. Here you go, you see. All these people that tell me that I'm just making rubbish up. How is there a character corpse and yet we're still alive? Doesn't make any sense. It's over there. Oh, blimey. Oh, no gun thing. Triggered another bunch of them. Oh, so they hadn't eaten my turrets. Okay. Let's double it up then. There we go. Now, how are we going to do this? It's fun. In fact, maybe we should flame. Paying attention here. Because this tank, I mean, the other tank did have shields on it. It's just not being grey shield. Poison as well. No. Just pipering them round, aren't I? There's just so many of them, you see. These guys out. Guns. I don't have bots, do I? I didn't pick up bots, and I don't have a thing. Could be a second death in quick succession here. But see, they all accumulate where the thing is. Okay. A conundrum. Maybe if I nibble away at the back. So they are killing me turrets. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe we can get in. Can I line that up? Yes. No, go away. Go away. Dearie me. Right then, so we should have... I bet I've not picked everything up, have I? Because, yeah, still some... Oi! Don't do that. No. Right, so I'm going to have to hop out. Fix this. Because of my inventory being bigger. In fact, it looks like I've got the tank stuff as well. Am I imagining that? But yeah. Or maybe I was just carrying enough stuff. If we put like the random rubbish in there. And that should free up enough space. Although I do need to fix these guys. Because you only have a limited amount of time to pick your corpse up. Yeah. I bet if I lob some poison into the area, get some of these on. Just need to be alright. There we go. That's better. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. It's the bots all day. Let's get another load out then. Poison. So last few worms here. Fill that gap. Oops. Actually, you slow down when you get this. You don't really use the cannon. Plus the nests have got a bit tougher. That's quite a Pied Piper of biters. Yeah, they've all died. Okay. Just in case I'm nibbling them down a little bit. Let's see if I can't flame them. These ones that are nearby. Oh, hit cliff. No. No, we're not having any repeats of that situation. Now. It's a bit too big for us to take on, is the reality of this. And also, it's like the perfect storm of like, it's too big and I can't lob the poison in close enough. So that's not effective against the worms in the middle. It's right up against various cliff formations. I've obviously, by killing the other ones first, I've caused these guys to get tougher. So yeah, a bit of a perfect storm I've created here. Which is why it's taking, it obviously didn't help dying either. Because it's taking two shells to kill them now. Oh no. Why am I not moving? No, it's going to happen again. No. I'm doing well here. I don't suppose it would... No, 13 minutes ago, you see. Another tank then. Another tank bites the dust. Luckily, that's a bit further away from them, so we might be able to sneak in and get it. Deary me. Why am I not just using turret creep? Yeah. Teach me for talking to... looking elsewhere as well. Right. So, stock up again. That. Right. Them. That. I suppose it's giving the base something to do. Building infinite tanks. Poison. That. Two red circuits. Here's steel. So we have a tank. What am I missing? Fuel for it. More gun food. I think we've just not got any. Yeah. Some here. Plenty there. Okay. In fact, I literally just said it. Let's take some more turrets with us. Set up more defensive positions with more guns. Where are the turrets? Right here. Yeah. Oh no, wrong turrets. Okay. Is it good chuck some walls around them? We're getting there though. And it looks like the bots have been busy building my rail network, so should be good to go. Now, character corpse. See, they're all hanging around, you see. Filthy little things. Oh, it's actually quite close to the nest, isn't it? Nuts. Okay. Let's see if we can... put in a bit of a more effective thing here. I'm just going to crash into that, aren't I? Okay, so we can maybe lure them over here. Now, them in. Poison the area. And oh no. Oh, cool. Picked everything up that time. Okay. Reverse, run away, reverse. Okay. Okay. Well, it is getting smaller. Quite hit those large, isn't it? Oh, that's still... Is that still there? Same one? Yeah, okay. No, nearly hit the... Nearly hit the cliff again. Oh. Oops. A couple more left. Yes, there we go. Finally. Bit of a Pyrrhic victory then. Pyrrhic victory. Kind of finished off me more than it did them. Right, so that. Put it up. All that to pick up a bit of oil. Oh, I need to get rid of my 2 pistols of shame. Okay, so different one. That one, then that one, then that one. No. So, should be a couple of stragglers knocking around. Okay, let's pick these up. Oh, look. Dead tank. Wonder how that could possibly have got there. Now, what we can do here is... in fact, where does the... So the robots sort of covers it, doesn't it? But if I put mining on, which... Let's go sort of from... there. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8, but not 8. That's good. Because we'll then put them in there. So we're going to need... I need to fuel them, don't I? I forgot about that. I mean, we have coal over here. I mean, really, I should build a... Because this is meant to be this generic system. So really, I should build a depot. Okay. Where's my depot? Depot... I think it's in the trains one. Yeah, there we go. So that's my starter. Do we want to put it here? Because that, isn't that, yeah, that's the coal line there. So we put it like here. But we also need then... I'm not actually sure whether the trains... I think the depot is more like a starter than a depot. I don't think the trains go there. Where's the... It's there, isn't it? Put that in. So I should build that. So that's where we need to put trains in. And they should be. I guess the whole parameterization thing. It should both. Oh, that doesn't align, does it? Interesting. We should be able to do that thing where you just slap them all in and they work it all out themselves. Fingers crossed. But to do that, they need somewhere to go, which is here. Oh, I didn't fix this today. This is too slow. I'll just put it in for now. So this would be the iron ore pickup. Like so. And then these. He says these. Which these? I guess this one is probably easiest. But this would be drop off of iron ore. We don't really want... because I haven't got stackers, so I think we just want it to do the one. I should have put stackers in, I think, because... Actually, I should be using the level 2 one, shouldn't I? Let's put it in for now. The train should drop iron ore off there. Because this has got to feed steel as well. So this iron ore... Come in. Mess that up. There we go. That. That. What's there? Oh, that's a 6. Okay, that might be interesting. But yeah, we need 4 belts there for the actual iron, which is these 2. So yeah, we'll let it all chug away on that for the time being. I put the belts in the wrong way around. That's... Okay. Let's just head home. Can't believe I lost all that stuff. Oh. Twice over. Sneak through this gate here. And then I can put those in there, can't I? Right, as well. It's already got a load of rocket fuel in. It's got my thing. Okay. But yeah, I think next time we do a big, or I do a big clear out, it's going to need some shields and stuff on it. Let's head back to the main base. Look at what we're going to do with the copper as well. Let's just pop down here. Turn that on. Yeah, so I turned that. I got that belts all the way around, but just leave that part. So that one, in fact, that one there, and that one there, I think are worth maybe that one as well. So these ones being this way around isn't that bad, because then we can have that one, that one, that one. That one. So, we want it to come over here, don't we? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 feed-ins to the actual stations, and turn them round. In fact, might I just go do a them. That. Put those two into there. And same with this. Rather than bother with fancy balancing. Okay. So it needs to be a 5 to 8. We will pop this there. Cool, and then I worked out these were too slow, but oh no, I just want to do them. Oops, inserters. So Yeah. Then need to do, because obviously the roboport coverage is just there, you know, because of the walls being there. Oops. Huh, that's interesting. It's attached to red wire. Hmm, interesting. That's a terrible place. Put it there. Because I copied, it's because I queued on that one, and that one has red wire attachment. I didn't know it did that. So yeah, we'll get that on there. Probably want a little bit of a radar. Knocking about. See. There. Cool. Ah, we have train. Awesome. See, why is that not triggering the fuel condition? That's what I don't get. Okay, but what we need to do... I'm going to have to do that, isn't it? Because there's no roboport coverage up there. We need to go up here. Unlike last time where I ended up floundering around last Saturday because I'd planned, or I'd thought it would take all stream to get bots. Was that last week? I think that was last week. And I had them within within an hour, and I was like, I don't know what I meant. Not meant to. Quite the right way of putting it, but I don't really have any plan for the rest of the stream, so I just sort of floundered around. But yeah, we now have. So these guys aren't kicking in, even though... Oh, we've ended up with an extra train there. That's interesting. Because of how I've done it. Even though we have these guys demanding iron ore, because these haven't filled up, these trains aren't going to do anything. Because they're trying to go to a pickup that's open, but there are no pickups open, because these guys only open once they've got stuff. And they don't have stuff because there's no mining connected to it. So it is working as planned. Yeah, that'll give them some fuel. I need some... this is annoying, isn't it? I guess if we go... If we divert up here sort of thing. And then... train tracks. I mean, I've already had multiple tank deaths, so let's play about on the train tracks as well. And then we'll let it eat through that. Yes, and then sort of reconnect this here. What are you bringing me? Oh, belts, okay. Now that's going that way, which is horrible. So, yeah, that's really horrible. If we move that like to here, there's one. Make that a bit white. Well, that's going to. Oh, I need to divert that one as well, don't I? What idiot put all these belts in? Yeah, I need to move this coal. Let's just keep that for the time being. Will you stop me? I guess another opportunity to do me a plug over on the YouTube channel if you're not watching on YouTube. Or even if you are watching, excuse me, on the YouTube. I set live my next video in the law speculation series where I do something a little bit different. Analysing a fan theory. Oh, should I call him a fan? A viewer theory is probably more accurate. Thank you very much for the subscription. Again, that could well be... There's another YouTube one, so that could well be someone who's not actually watching. And it's just watching the video. But yes, that video went live yesterday, 11 AM as usual. And I'm exploring that view of theory, which, as I say multiple times in that video, I actually prefer to my own theory. So I'm kind of adopting it. So it will feature in all of the upcoming law and speculation videos. But partly because of that, and partly because my work has been horrible, there will not be a speculation video next month. Instead, I'll do some more of the quick tutorials. I was always going to do more of them anyway. But what I'd hoped is I'd be able to do both, basically, each month, but not with my current workloads. I think I mean I've said it on this stream before, but my in fact I called it what did I call it? My job has been cancelled, I think. So my job keeps going in and out of cancellation, basically. We're having a meeting on not this Monday, but Monday afterwards, where the boss wants to know basically whether we're getting what we want, to put it very, very simply. Out of the negotiations that have been happening. And if she doesn't feel that we have, or we're not, well, I'm not even sure whether we're presenting, yes, we're getting what we want, or no, we're not, sort of thing. But it's all sort of like, it's really, really messy is the point. Really messy. So I may have a job, I may not have a job. It seems to keep changing. But doing all that is both horribly stressful, I'll be totally frank, and takes an enormous amount of time. That. So yes, so unless, well, if we manage to work all of that stuff out, I'll probably end up with more free time, basically. But for the time being, there will not be enough time to do a law speculation video. These are... I don't know if that's extra or not. I think it is. Robots. Because we can hop this bell toner. This isn't going to... This extra belt isn't going to be in the way. So. But yes, so that video's live. If you enjoy those videos, or you don't even know what the heck I'm talking about and it sounds interesting, you can find those over on the YouTube. This is the 4th, I think. I have 3 more scripts fully written, ready to record. I have 2 scripts as work in progress, and about 6 ideas cooking. So it has plenty of legs yet. It's just finding the time to actually do all that recording and editing and sort of stuff. You can kind of see when you start doing this, like properly, like a series where you try and do editing, you can kind of see why getting an editor is one of the first things that any even vaguely successful YouTuber does, because editing, you know, it's vital. You've got to edit the videos, especially if they're like these. Do it like that. Effects. Oh yes, just leave that. But it takes an enormous amount of time. No, that's not the station, is it? Where's the station's in there? Okay. There. Cool. This needs connecting up, doesn't it? So. Like that. And all that, and I get £5 a month out of it. Because I've got 4 members, and YouTube takes such a big slice, and I don't get ad revenue. But YouTube takes such a big slice that I basically get £5 a month. That's the thing to be a platform holder. That's the role to have, platform holder. It's your Apple stores and your Play stores and your YouTube, your video platform. It's the game to be in. The content is superfluous. So still not kicked in. I guess that's because still not filled these up. It is spreading quite thin, but that looks full to me. Why are you not firing a train over? Why is no train arriving? Ah, that would be part of the reason, I bet. And that would be the other part of the reason. Okay. Train line's not complete. Let's see what happens when they fix them then. Come on, I want to test my train line. So slow, bots. I'm sort of amazed we have been attacked more. Maybe we have been, and I just not got lost in the... Oh, look, some of these are empty, so it must have been. Lost in the noise, I guess. Me dying. But those corpses are quite old. I suppose I did buff turrets and that. Now, that should pause. Here we go. Train number 1 is heading off, I suspect. Well, it might have filled up now. No, I suspect these will run out of fuel. Because they literally have like 5 bits of fuel in. So it might not be enough to get to do a round trip. See, all of those are gone, and that's yeah. So it needs to kick in. What needs to happen is the fuel too low thing needs to kick in. Ah, that's not great, is it? Why is that? Because it's requesting 2 trains. Why is it requesting 2 trains? And why are you not going to that one? Ah, because one behind you is. So this was always kind of going to be the concern with this system, because these can fill up. See, that's half a train. So each of these could fill up 2 trains. Why was this saying 4? Train limit 4 of 4. Oh! Something's got blown up. Oh dear. Well, that answers that question. They've been busy eating my walls. And more lasers. I think the way I need to do this is base every station around one. Yeah, the pickups around one train. There you go, you see, it's run out of fuel. The trouble is, in the blueprint, you can't have it put more than one fuel in. Because they should head back to the depot and fuel up, which they've not done. Is the fuel one an interrupt of an interrupt? Allow interrupting of interrupts, yeah. Because that has 0 fuel there and 0 fuel there. Oh, the inserter seems slow. What is that? I think we are actually exceeding. We are, aren't we? A maximum power. But these are just slow because that's just slow. Yeah, I think these need to be based around a train's worth of stuff in them. And well, I guess I should be doing stackers really. But yeah, I think I will adjust these so that they can only accept 1 train. Oh, here we go. What's happened here? You're trying to leave. And you're trying to leave. Huh. Is that one that one must actually be... It must have headed off ever so slightly. Like 1 pixel. And it's actually in that block. Yeah, there you go. See, that one's out of fuel now as well. And you're out of fuel. See, why does it not kick? Why is it not doing the interrupt of an interrupt for low fuel? Yet there is no fuel on this. So why has that one not kicked in? Because that's what we want it to do. Yeah, you're out as well, aren't you? Yeah. Should have put the stackers in. Should have put the stackers in. Oh. Yeah, I don't get why it's not kicking in there. I suppose that one's got ghosted in 5, isn't it? It's now empty. Send it to the deep, You're out of fuel as well, are you? Where is the note? You're out of fuel. Oh, that one's out. That's fine. That's on the back end. Oh, no. No, it isn't. Oh, that's actually going to the depot. Okay. I'm sort of working on the assumption that there is coal in here somewhere. Don't like it. Oh, there we go. Guess there might not be. Okay. So it sort of works apart from this whole fuel interrupt thing not kicking in when you kind of expect it. It's only because as the fuel gets more rich, so basically if I was putting rocket fuel in, then it wouldn't matter because obviously it would put in. It's weird. I'm not quite sure why they've done it like this, but maybe well, the trouble is you can parameterize it, so I could set it as being a stack of whatever. But the trouble is then you lose that ability to just multi-place them, because every time you put one down, you have to put in tell it that what fuel you want. So instead I'm using an upgrade planner, but it will only set this to 1 basically. So you end up with 3 coal in each station. But of course then when it's solid fuel, that's double the fuel density, so it becomes effectively twice as much. And then when you go to rocket fuel, it's whatever that is, maths wise, like 8 times as much. So effectively you're going from 3 coal to 6 coal to 50 coal, which is more than enough to get it doing stuff. And then when you put the nuclear fuel, it's even more. So it's all sort of, I don't know, some interesting choices they made. See, it's now full because it's obviously done a trip to the depot and stocked itself up. But what I can do, I can just tell this one just to go to the depot. What have you got? You got fuel there. Are you like a half empty one? No, you're on a full one. No, you need to go to the depot. Didn't I set these as... I guess there's still the stuff in them. Train limit 3 of 3. Where are you getting... Oh! Why is there a red signal attached to that? There shouldn't be a red signal coming in there. sure. Because it's the green one. Although, where is it getting an L of 2 from? Is that right? Because what am I doing with the signal? Iron ore greater than 0. This should be the one doing the iron, but that's coming on the green signal. So the red signal. Why is that an L2? I guess these are full now, aren't they? So they shouldn't be. Iron ore coming in. Confuse myself, don't it? But why does that have an L of 2 going? Is that what I would expect? Because this should be sending in. Why is it L of 2? Because these guys shouldn't be putting any signal in at all. Where is that L2 coming from? Where would that be coming? Because that's all wired up there. There's no logic on these. So where is the L2 signal? No logic there. This is putting out so it's out. It should be out in the output in the iron ore, not L2. L2 is a pollution signal, and I don't know where that's coming from. L2, is it this? Is it you? Difficult to tell because well, let's disconnect that and see where is this putting in an L2 signal, because it could be the fluid one that's messed up somehow. Yeah, you see that's putting out L2 on a red wire. Ah. So I think my so I've just taken the it's independent. Kept the wire connection with the radar. Okay, that's useful. In fact, why don't I do what I should have done to start with? Disconnect the radar completely. Why is there still a... There we go. Yeah, so this is where the L2 signal is coming from. So what? Because L is the train limit, basically. Yeah, so these now have no reg signal coming in. Yeah, so I think that is correct that it has one. The problem... Oh, I was checking these for fuel as well. Ah, no, so we need to go to debug. You will as well. There you go, it's run out. send you out the way. I need it to fill up because it breaks it if it's not full. Okay. So why is my fluid drop off, no, pickup, behaving wrongly? And where is it? So it's a pickup, isn't it? So that's the item pickup. Let's just set it as well, set it as stone. And then this is the fluid pickup. And it's set on that one as sulfuric acid, so we'll do it as oil or, oil or something. Okay. So what's gone wrong here then? Because then that is mirrored with the fluid drop off. What did I put it as? Oil, wasn't it? And then item drop off. Come on, well, what do we call this? Stone. So this outputs L3. What are you doing? Because that one's sending into the input signal is L3. But it's just saying, so this is, because this is the drop off. And this is saying I want 3, so we left it as 3. Oh, we're out of gun food. Okay. Where? You got loads of fuel. I guess the inserters are too slow. Yeah, what's going on there? So yes, so this is saying, this part says, because that's a red wire going into the system, and it says, I want 3 stone, because that's what we set it as. This combinator here is working out, because it gets in, it knows 2,000 fit in a carriage and it wants 3 carriages. So it works out how many it's actually got and turns that into a set, you know, this station is open to that capacity. Please send 3 trains, basically. Or please accept 3 trains to the actual station. But it also converts that into stone to say we want 3 stone trains. And all that's doing is the maths to work to that. That we want 3 stone trains goes out on the red signal. And there's, you know, it's connected to a radar. The radar receives it here. This is also connected to radar. And it comes through here. And it has this fundamental thing of don't even switch on unless stone is needed somewhere. That's why it's getting the red signaling. This one is saying, it's doing the actual maths of how much, because this is the pickup. So this is doing the maths to say, we've got combinators here that's saying, right, there's stone in these boxes. How much have you actually got carriage-wise? And converting that into an L signal so that the limit is then set to how many we've actually got. So we've got demand for 3, say, this one has 1, so 1 train will be sent here, and then hopefully some other trains, you know, going to other stations. Okay, so that's the logic. Why is that going wrong for fluids? So for fluids, we know that a fluid wagon holds 50,000, so we don't need to mess about, and every fluid wagon holds 50,000, so we don't need to mess about with this, because we know we've got 50,000 in every train. This is the pickup. We have 4 tanks, each of which hold 25,000, so we know we're always going to have 2 trains worth of stuff, basically. So this each, or we can hold as our maximum 2 trains worth of stuff. So this each basically works out, well, how many have you actually got, because it does a integer maths, so it will always work out, and it call it L. Okay. But that means, if it's calling it L, there shouldn't be a red wire. That's the problem, isn't it? Because the L signals are going in on green wires specifically to avoid the signal pollution. Okay, so the error is that this is outputting via a red signal, and it's already getting a red signal. It's still got the same thing. I want crude oil somewhere. It's coming in via radar to that. And then this is the same issue, except there's also an issue, it turns out. Enable disable. It doesn't have the enable disable on this. So that's a cock up as well, isn't it? So this, because it shouldn't turn on unless we've fundamentally got a request. So this shouldn't just be requesting. Is that what's coming in here? Yeah, this is requesting too. Wait, but this is the drop-off, isn't it? Do I need to bother with that? I think I'm doing it both here, aren't I? No, obviously we're not sending it in there. But I'm using the L signal there. That's very naughty of me, isn't it? That shouldn't be using the red signal either. That should be going across on green. The L should be the green to just completely avoid any signal pollution. And the do we need it or not should be the red. Yeah, this is a more fundamental cock up basically. So that shouldn't be. That should be coming in via green signal. And that should also be sent there. So I can get rid of the red groups there. This one works because I've wired it up. Okay. This one doesn't work because I've not wired it up. So yeah, that red shouldn't be red. That should be green. Red should go. That should be green going across there. That should go. Yeah, so it's still getting the signal across. It's now doing it with the green, which is converting into a red. So the whole point of that combinator is to convert it into the signal that we want. Horribly wired it up. go. Oh, I turned off the alt, didn't I? Okay, so those are my corrected things. Unfortunately, that applies right throughout. Oh no, I was upgrading them, wasn't I? So I can just upgrade as is. Right, now, we've got to get the right ones, though. So, this is pick up, which is this one. Except, why don't I fix the other issue? So what we actually also want is these need to be masked anyway. It's alright with the yellow there, because spreading it across six things. But yeah, there we go. Because this is a pickup, isn't it? I guess the way I've built it is more the problem rather than this being able to handle 2 trains worth is fine. It's just I didn't put stackers in, so it's causing confusion. Okay. So this, oh no, that's not stations. So the pickup we can redo as that. We need to parameterize again. Tell it that's a parameter. What's the 0? That's just the default limit. L isn't a parameter. That one is. I think I'm going to have to work out what I've done first. So I need to, go to that one. Oh. I guess it's taken that without me saving it. That's annoying. Okay. Let's have a look back at the original. See, this is why I didn't want to do the upgrade these or change these. Right, so the pickup, yeah, it's 40, because there's 40 slots times the stack size. Yeah, okay, 40. Okay. So let's fix these. So this would be the pickup, which is taken the whole stone side of things, which is interesting. And that one, which oops. In fact, it is a formula there, but I'll move it up there. And that's 40 times E0. So the stack size of whatever parameter 0 is. Okay. And then we need to change the... Oh no, that is the pickup. Change the drop off as well, which is actually that one. Parameterize. That's a parameter. And that's the item. And that's a parameter. It's a formula. It's 40 times P0 stack size. Cool. I'm pretty sure this is why wagons don't improve in volume when you do quality, because if you're doing maths to work out how much is in a train, that maths changes if a wagon becomes quality. So we need to redo this one. This is fluid pickup, which is this one. No, it isn't. It's this one. And you parameterize that. That's the parameter, which is the fluid. I didn't change the name, did I? And pick up. We don't do anything with the other numbers. Was it that one I didn't change? The item unloads. Yeah. So item unloads. It's really useful, this system, but it is a bit of a pain in the backside. If I'm totally honest. Right, so, did I do that one already? It's got the two sig. Did I do that one? I was just... Yeah, it's the drop off. I haven't, yes, because it's the other way around. Okay, drop off would be that one. Just that one. And that's a parameter now. And that's the fluid. To collect. Now those are fixed. Cool. Okay, so what we should be able to do then is, well, should we? I need to, like, if I disconnect all of these and then put it in again, so this is a fluid pickup, which is that. So that's what we want to pick up. That. So that should be wired up properly. But we also need to wire up that. See, the train heads off because it suddenly gets this, you know, flies it round, and the fact that it's empty basically tells it, oh no, you do need trains. Okay. It doesn't matter because how much we got now? 113, plenty. But the big question is, are we getting the L's? No, we're not getting the L2C. Excellent. Oh, took a bit of fixing, didn't it? I'm going to leave them there. That took a bit of fixing. How are we doing? We had iron ore coming in here, okay. Now, will these really deliver? I don't think they will, but let's sort of hook it up as if they're able to deliver belts. I don't think the inserters are high enough level. Wait a minute. Let's stick in an answer. I should have some of them in my library. Not them ones. No, did I not bring them over? Manufacturing. Belts, there we go. Okay. Because what we actually want to do is hook the other iron to make steel and get somewhere vaguely close to doing the mission for this week, which is getting oh, of course. Got 8. Okay. Getting space sites up and running. I don't imagine our platform... Oh, it has got solar panels. Excellent. And modules. Awesome. Get rid of that then. Clear that out. It's not got space platform foundations though. Why is that? Is that because I put... I mean, I did put them all in there. Oh, plus it's not got any low density structures. Okay, fine. Yeah, you see, it doesn't quite fill the belt because these aren't quick enough, really. Woo! That was a train there. That was a train there. Okay. It's properly filling that belt now. It's overkill, really, the 6. Okay, now wasn't there another train? Sales, yeah, there we go. So if you go to depot instead of my friend, fuel's fine, fine, it's fine, it's fine. Cool. To what degree it sort of auto-corrects itself, I don't know. It kind of depends on how it's programmed, really. Like these two here that I've sent here, because there's no fuel, that's more important. But it's like they're both full of iron plate. So when it's done that... So why have you now not... Oh, you're not full of iron... Okay. So you need to go to a pickup. Why are you not full? That one's full. So now it's gone to a drop-off. Okay. I guess I got that one too early. What are you waiting on then? Pick up. It didn't work without stackers. Because we've now got trains that are sat here waiting to drop off without anywhere to go. Because this wants a train, but this one can't go to the other one because these have, you know, trains in the way. This was exactly what I was afraid of with the generic system. It would probably sort itself out eventually. Yeah, okay. And not with a generic system, with my piss poor implementation of the generic system. It's probably a better way of doing that. So, let's get... Oops. These up and running. Now, one in there. And then this one needs to feed back. How am I going to do that? Because this output needs to go in one of them, really. This is right in the way, basically. So, if I move it over, like so. then I don't think that improves the situation at all. But if we do that, basically this needs flipping round. That. Put it that way around. And then we can do some jank. Pop it in there. Oh. Okay. That. Down. Do that again. Oh. Okay, so that gets us like 4/5 of a. Is that right? Yeah, I think it's 4/5 of a yellow belt of steel. So we'd need one more to get that. Oh, you know, so 6/5, so one and 1/5 belt of steel. How many was I looking at here? I was looking at 2. Okay. So how much space would I need to leave it? So if we did, we would need 3 more of these, wouldn't I? Is that right? Yeah, because one more makes it. So we'd need like 2 more, 3 more. So that's 4/5. Then it'd be 2 more would be 6/5, and then 8/5, and then 2 more would be 10/5. So two belts basically. And then we want stone, which apparently I want four belts off, but I'm not convinced. I never built the nuclear power, did I? How about, oh, look, there's a little smiley face there. Verted round. Okay. So this is my blueprint. Where was I going to put it? I thought it was going to be there, but it's okay there. Let's put our first one in there. And Roboport should be connected. I need to hook it up to 1 water. I have lots of options for doing that. But we'll use this one here, yes. And we want a, if I can do that, no I can't. That, what are you there? Put that on there. So it doesn't have any nuclear fuel, obviously. Yeah, that's my sort of template. Nuclear fuel requires iron plate, doesn't it? I think. It won't work anyway because we don't have requester chests. Which was the point of doing the space sites, basically. Okay. Anyway, let's hook this iron ore in, and make ourselves some steel. We should literally be able to just copy that part. Okay. Do a little thing. No. It's a nasty little dog leg, isn't it? Oh well. But yeah, I'm hoping that if when these kick in, it'll create like additional like demand eventually. But because I got 8 trains and 8 slots, 2 of which aren't being used, we sort of got a blockage really. So yeah, hopefully that'll fix itself. What I could do, well, what we do need to do, I mean, I guess I could put, what would be best where? This would be better as stone here, wouldn't it? So, I don't think I actually have the stone. It's that one. But yeah, we need to go and grab one or both of them. I don't know if they're new. They look like they're new. But I kind of need to do this expansion that I managed to die, what was it, 3 times doing. Okay. I think I need to head over there, really. They will have colonised, I am sure. But there you go. Oh, I didn't. I could have put this in. What would that look like? Feels like I've done a lot, but also nothing. Very strange. Session today. Ah, there we go. There isn't really any sort of warning for them. You know, if it ends up sort of log jammed in that way, then it just gets stuck. Okay. How about we get in our tank and we go and start setting up this oil field. I should take some things with me. There's loads there. We do right, get some pump jacks. Pump jacks. I've got tanks and one train. Other train stuff. I guess we'll build the rest in. Oh, we have turrets out of ammo. What do we get to? Tank? Oh, of course it won't be marked now. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well, whatever. What was I trying? Trying to do that, and then is it Alt left click? No. No. Huh. Thought it was. No. Alt right click. Okay. Okay. Just want to head over at the moment. See what's what. So all that goes in is this one bit of pipe. So, I mean, we do have two patches done. So, what could that? Because where would this live? Well, if that was there, that would be pretty sweet. Should have a couple of oil, a couple of stone to get us kind of going. And then probably, do I want to repeat the mistake of not having a stacker? I guess given it's different resources, kind of gotta have one really. So it'd be that. And then if that was the other way round, that would go over the patch. Yeah, so that's the stations. Stacker there. Wait, I put it the wrong way around, didn't I? So it's that way because it's going in. So then we would go to this one to do a curve there. We would need to have a, because I don't have elevated rail because I'm trying to do this achievement. And elevated rail requires purple science. So let's have a look at that as a, oh, it's a cliff in the way. I think I just jink around it. If I go like there, oh, Perfect use case for elevated rail. Don't do a different angle, that's annoying. Imagine you're barreling down a railway and it's got a curve like that in it. It's basically got derailment written all over it. Okay. So yeah, we can do a second one to grab that stone. Tells me what I need to wall in. Cool. Cool. And we'll do some oil collection here. Okay. How about put that straight in, which should connect it to the network. There's that one there as well. Obviously have to botch that together. Okay. So we're going to need these to be more iron drop off to do steel. But we could do some stone here. Except, see, the belts are in the way because... Perfect. Yeah, drop the stone off there to do stone brick, which you get more of those. It's fine. Right, so we have some steel. Where do we want to put that? We want to do that there. So it'll be that one. Oops. That one. That. This can all go because it's going to be red circuits, which is not there. We would need... Well, we don't really, do we? Because of how low production it is. Guess... In fact, it don't really even need to be red belt, do it? Lela belt. Like so. That then brings steel in. Which goes in here. At one point I thought this was Rush to Space. It's not really Rush to Space at all, is it? Not by a long shot. Okay, so they're now building in that. Hopefully there aren't any biters colonising here. I didn't see any as we went, so that should be fine. But I need to kind of set up an oil patch, which is my favouriteest, funnest thing to do. Now, we want a fluid pickup. There. Oil. And a fluid pickup there. Oil. We want to have a... I think we'll just do the one fluid drain. Ready to go. For some reason they're switched off. They're not on auto when they come in, so hopefully that will help things. But what we can do here, I think, if we say that this eventually becomes copper, could we fit another one in here? Does it go? It overlaps with the... Oh no, it very closely doesn't actually. Oh, that's nice. So we put that in there, and then T-junction there. So cool, and then these can be our oil, one of our oil drop-offs. Let's pick up We'll pick up fluid drop. There we go. Oh, there's a cliff there. I can fix that manually, I guess. Just do extra pipage and stuff. No, let's put it there for the time being. Who put that cliff in the way? Me? I'll just set it as one. Cool. And then the other bit I forgot to put it in, but we have no. Where's the manufacturing? We have. Is it in there? No. Box? No. Resources? There it is. We have a fluid thing. Which way round does that go? Well, if I say that ends there, and that's the... If this was the corner, would that work, basically? So if that's where oil was coming in, because we do have a second one, hopefully I'm going to, say, fit that in. So if this was... Which way round is it? The oil needs to come into the middle. There. So no, it's a bit too far up, isn't it? Need it there. So oil can come in... Actually, that's the wrong way around entirely, isn't it? No, it is right, because this is me outputting fluids in order to use them. Cool. Oh, I've not got a lot of space there. How about instead the actual oil processing is here somewhere? That work? I think that would work better. Do that same. Doo-be-doo-be-doo. And then where's it gone? It's there. So the oil connects there. And then the actual processing of the oil attaches to those, like that, and that tiles. So we want, say, 3 of them. Didn't have any robot parts on it though, does it? Get wire out the middle. Now. Oops. That. So one there. It's meant for in fact, try to connect it there probably. Yeah, it's meant for substations as a design. We've got roboports somewhere. Let's just pop a few in. Building. Cool. And then we can put plastic, which requires coal, doesn't it? That's a point. We're going to need some coal from there. I could just steal it. I mean, we need it on this bus anyway, I think. So we can do military. Okay. We're getting there. It's 7:05 though. So that is it for today. We did not get to space science, not properly. I could have... Oh, what? Actually, why did we not... Why is it not made platform pieces? Why is it not sent platform pieces? That was because it was lacking low density structures, wasn't it? Because we've got loads of them in there. It just can't send them because it's not got low density structures. But yes, we've got like most of the bits for doing space science. It's just that without building these out, you know, I could snake, you know, like spaghetti them over from where I'm actually building them. I've not got machine things on. So, you know, we could steal these low density structures wherever, these ones here, throw them down there. Yeah, It'll give us a slow trickle, I think, but I'd rather build it up properly so that we're ready to actually launch from some actual rockets. Steel. Steel on the belts. Steel on the belts. Okay, yeah, I say that's it for today. Schedule. I will be back tomorrow, same time, same bat time, same bat channel, same bat place. Hopefully we will actually get Space Science rocking and rolling tomorrow, and that will give us requester chests, and requester chests will let me automate this base a little bit more. And once that's going, because the rocket acts as a requester anyway, it's like a weird gives you a tech before you have the tech. I don't know why they didn't just make logistics one step. It seems a bit daft there to me, but whatever. And once Space Science is up and running, as I say, we can get logistics to make the base work properly, and then we can build, well, research thrusters, build thrusters. We can build our first platform and maybe get to the next planet next week, or the first planet next week. I'm still debating whether to go to Fulgora because there's no enemies there, so I don't have to worry about, I can just do a little build. It's pretty isolated and contained. It has basically all the resources that you need in order to self-contain it, but we can take, a rocket's worth of fuel and stuff like that. I really love Fulgora as a first planet. Volcanus, obviously, though, gives us artillery, which would be massively useful. I mean, Fulgora gives us the mech suit, but artillery would be massively useful to set up. But it's a big resource issue because it involves us moving calcite around. So we would have to have interstellar, interplanetary logistics up and running. So not sure. I could do what everyone else seems to do, which is to move to Volcanus basically, and just start again on Volcanus. That seems to be a popular approach. But yeah, I'm more tempted to go to. So I'm going to get this achievement. All I need to do is do one research using the local science pack, and then I can kind of finish off this base basically. So I can make elevated rails, and I can make purple science and gold science and all that sort of stuff. And that's more what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we just do one and then we leave. And I guess Gleber's the only one where there would be an evolutionary problem. For Volcanus, we'd probably end up having to take a worm out in order to have a guaranteed source of tungsten. So yeah, I am thinking Fulgora, but you never know. Let's see what happens. But yes, I'll be back tomorrow. That's when we should hopefully do the space science. I will be back again next week, where we will hopefully get to our first planet, maybe do that achievement, and decide where we're going to go from there. But the week after, I will be away. I'll be taking a short break. It's the bank holiday in the UK, so I'm going to take a little bit of a break. And probably focus on making the videos, but I've got a lot of domestic stuff I need to do as well, so I might well be doing that. Final plug, if you are, well, I guess I should say, I mean, if you're watching on YouTube, then you can also watch on Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch, you can also watch on YouTube, because I restream to both. But YouTube has all the VODs, all the archived streams, and there's loads of streams, Factorio and Satisfactory and other management games. But there's also on there is my series that is my sequel to the Friday Facts videos that I used to do, which is a law and speculation video series, as well as some mini tutorials. There'll be some more of those going live. But the latest one came out for the law and speculation yesterday. And if you've enjoyed any of those in the past, or that intrigues you, then you can go and watch that now, basically. I do have memberships as well, yeah, as it says there. So if you wanted to join and become a member, then you get early access to all of those videos, but no pressure to do that. Socials, basically I only really use Blue Sky, but the others are there if you really want to follow. All I do on Blue Sky really is post when I'm going live. But yes, as I say, tomorrow, next week, same, week after, go on. Yes, so if you have been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Factoria. Thanks for watching. Cheers.